All right, we are live on YouTube. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Glad you could all join us here tonight for another great show. We're here live on Coach Eli 2 Authentic Live Streams. I'm here with my wonderful, beautiful, amazing lady who just drove up from out of town for the weekend. How you doing, babe? Welcome to the show.
Oh, I'm doing wonderful, baby. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're quite welcome. I want to apologize to you, babe, and everyone else that's been waiting for this show for the last hour or so. Over the past couple of days, I've had some technical difficulties with one of the programs I use to play music and sound bites with my soundboard, my digital soundboard, and it just set me back. I had to do a repair install of Windows to fix some things, and I just had to fix some other things that have to be fixed once you do a repair install on Windows. But we should be rolling smoothly, and it's all good to go. I'm hearing something. I think you have the show going on in the background there, babe.
Yeah, I have to find the mute button.
Yeah. So I put her backstage until she does that. Babe, I'm going to put you...
Okay, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh my God. Oh yeah. No, it's the last couple of days, when you have technical difficulties and they take time to fix, and when your business is dependent on technology, it just sets everything back and it frustrates people. My lady's trying to be the best possible sport she can be. But, hey, things happen. But anyway, babe, how has your week been before we get to it?
Oh, it's been a long week.
Yeah?
It's just been a long week. That's pretty much all I can say. Nothing horrible happened, but nothing wonderful happened. It's just day in, day out, wash, rinse, repeat.
Lather, rinse, repeat?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's get right to it, because I know it's a little bit later than we wanted to start, and I know you're getting a little tired, but we still wanted to do this show, so let's just get to it. Tonight, folks, we are discussing trust equals a more meaningful life plus the science of happiness. One more time. Trust equals a more meaningful life plus the science of happiness. These are two amazing blogs my lady sent me both from the Psychology Today website, my absolute most favorite website/blog site. And it's not going to take too terribly long to go through these. We're going to go through the first one. It'll take about maybe 30, 35 minutes or so, maybe 40 at the most. Take a break and then come back and get to the second one. We have 5 people in the box, 3 thumbs up. Thank you so much for being here. Please smash the thumbs up, subscribe, bang the bell, select all notifications, and also subscribe to my main channel, Coach Eli, Elias Melas, and iPod, sharing the link every 7 minutes in the chat, or go to youtube.com/lifecoach Eli. All right, let's go ahead and switch on over to the browser source and get to the first of 2 blogs here. This is, again, from the Psychology Today website. And the title is More Trust Leads to More Meaning in Your Life. One more time. More trust leads to more meaning in your life. 3 ways to overcome mistrust in your life. This was written by Elaine Dundon, and she's with The Search for Meaning After Age 50.
Dundon.
And boy, baby. What? What was that? Dundon?
I said Dundon. I was just commenting on her name. Dundon.
Oh, Dundon. Okay. I thought you meant to say dun, because you and I are getting close to 50, baby. So you almost made it sound like our life is over once we reach 50.
Oh God, no. I was just making fun of her name.
Oh, okay. And this was posted very recently, a few days ago, August 2nd, 2022. So let's get right to it. It should update on your screen, babe, in just a minute or less. Key points. The basis of mistrust is fear. By addressing fears, one can discover more meaning in life. Yeah. Yeah, babe. So basically, by addressing those fears and talking them out and, learning to overcome them can allow you to live a more meaningful life, right? Is that what caught your attention about this blog here, particularly?
Absolutely. And what caught my eye about that is because I watch a lot of reality TV that has challenges involved, like the challenge on MTV. And a lot of people go through um fears of heights, swimming, stuff like that they are put into. And when they overcome that, they have more strength and more positivity, and they just feel more empowered as a human. And it's not men or women, it's both.
Right.
I've seen many men that have a fear of heights or swimming. And once they overcome it, it's just like, okay, now I can do this.
Right.
And so that's kind of what caught my eye there.
Mm. Well said. I have nothing more to add to that, babe, because you said it all. Well said. You see, I know when to keep my mouth shut, right? I mean, I was beautiful. All right.
Sometimes.
I'll agree with you on that. I told my lady when she walked in the door earlier today that I'm not going to piss you off at all this weekend. So we'll see how it goes. We'll keep you posted on that one, right, baby? Anyway, eventually, most people reach a point where they need to trust their own intuitive knowing rather than relying on others' opinions. Okay. So it's basically trusting your own intuition, which means that you have to learn to love yourself, appreciate yourself, respect yourself, and be fearless, right? I mean, what are your thoughts about
It's
that, baby?
about what it's about is becoming a leader and not a follower. You need to
Right.
lead your own life and not follow somebody else's guidance. This is your life. This is what you're doing. You need to lead it.
Wow, baby, I got to say, you're on fire tonight. I think people are going to want me to resign and just let you run the business on your own. I mean, wow, good job, baby. Good job. Especially for being tired, you're on point. Mistrust can begin when one tries to control other people and circumstances, right? Like, baby, you've been with
Mhm.
controlling men and you've been around controlling people, family members, friends, etc. How does that make you feel, and what does that make you feel like doing when people try to control you?
Run,
Run for the hills, right?
go away. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't want to be around people that try to control me. That's not what life is about. We're about acceptance, and I mean, especially when it comes to your friends and your significant other, um, you can't have that mistrust, because that's only going to lead to a lot of mental illness, depression,
Anxiety.
a lot of worry, anxiety, panic,
Yeah.
all of that.
Yeah, baby, anyone can have moments of anxiety, depression, and even panic attacks. I mean, over the last, few years or so, this was more so a year and a half to 2 years ago. And before that time, when I was trying to figure out these YouTube streets and how to navigate them and deal with haters and the court of public opinion and all of that, um, I had a few panic attacks, and one of them was just really, really, really bad. really, really bad. And I felt like I couldn't breathe. I felt like I was going to die. That's how they feel. They feel like you're going to die and you can't breathe, but you're actually breathing and you're okay. It's just everything is heightened at that point, right, baby?
What happens is you feel like everything tightens in your chest, and that's why you can't breathe.
Right.
And it feels like you're being suffocated almost. Almost like you have like a boa constrictor around you. And that's where the panic comes in. Like I can't breathe. I can't get out of this.
Yeah.
So it's tough. It's a tough situation.
Yeah, here in California, we don't have boas, and I know you didn't mean that, but besides the rattlesnakes, we have the non-venomous gopher snakes that squeeze the crap out of you, like the boa constrictors. So, yeah, you reminded me of
Well, I'm
gopher
giving a
snakes.
very I'm giving a very accurate like example of
Depiction,
a snake
depict,
that would squeeze the hell out of you. Yeah.
accurate depiction. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Like
absolutely.
that's what boa constrictors do is they constrict and
Oh yeah,
they that's how they kill.
right. They squeeze the shit out of
And
their
I'm just
prey.
saying for myself, yeah. So I'm just saying for myself when I'm having a panic attack or anxiety, that's exactly how I feel. I feel I can't breathe. I feel I'm being suffocated.
Yeah, yeah. I hear you, baby. Let's continue. I'm going to start
All
blitzing
right,
through
let's
this
move
so
on.
we can get through it. The basis of mistrust is fear. We all have fears. When we live in fear, it's like living in a thick cloud of fog, unable to see clearly. Makes sense. But when we lift this cloud, when we address our fears and trust more, we can see more opportunities and discover more meaning in our lives. Now, I know, baby, you just had your second therapy session, and maybe we'll go into greater detail on this down the road to help other people. Um, you know, going to therapy and talking with your therapist, she's amazing. Um, it makes you feel like you can take more risks, right? Do you feel less fear already after 2 sessions than you did before starting your therapy?
Yes. Yes. But I will say it's still a heavy cloud that I'm dealing with because we are opening up a lot of Pandora's box and
Right.
letting it out. So I do feel a lot more free because I have her to talk to. She's accessible by mail, like email, by phone, text. I literally know where she lives. Like she is the most accessible therapist in the world. Um, but I've got to take my time with this
Right.
because if I overdo it, then I'm going to be overwhelmed.
I hear you. I
And
hear you.
that's
Thanks for
yeah, that's a big thing.
Amen. Thanks for sharing, babe. Let's continue here. Trust yourself. Trusting yourself is one of the secrets to living a meaningful life. Not everyone has this type of trust. Some look to others for their opinions and approval instead of relying on their own. Some compare themselves to others instead of being proud of their own talents and accomplishments. Some choose the path of others instead of forgiving their own path, effectively putting more faith in others than themselves. I used to be like this in my younger days, babe, and I think that this is
Same,
how you've been and you're trying to overcome it, right? Why don't you share your thoughts about that? Go ahead.
same. Yeah, no, same. I do like I do look for what is it called, babe? I do look for what is it
For
called, sweetheart?
I have no idea what you're
Um
talking about. Give me a hint at least or
like
something. What are you trying?
affirmations or
Oh, validation,
you know,
validation, validation,
validation,
validation,
validation.
validation seeking behavior is normal for women to a certain extent, baby, but go ahead.
Yes, and I do that, and I don't only do that with men, I do that with my friends, I do that with my family, and I think that is what has pushed a lot of people away is because I'm constantly validating myself, and letting them know I'm okay, and they're just tired of hearing that. They just wanna see it.
Okay. Yeah, I hear you. Give me just a second here, babe. All right, let's continue. But there comes a point in all our lives when we must choose to stop relying on others and surrender to ourselves, to trust in ourselves and in our intuition or sense of inner knowledge, of inner knowing. There comes a time when we have to start to live our lives from the inside out, not from the outside in. There comes a point when we have to stop listening to the negative voices echoing in our heads, telling us that we might be wrong, that we might not be perfect, and begin to accept who we truly are and believe that we can achieve what we really want in life. Also, choose to surround yourself with people who uplift you and encourage you to become your best. Limit your time with others who do not. Well, I say completely eliminate the others because those are drama people, baby. And I keep saying this. I mean, I couldn't have written this better myself, babe. This is thanks for sending this. This is perfectly stated. Until I started to, let drama in my real life go away by, my friends were bringing drama in my life in my 20s and other women and people I was hanging out with, right? Until I removed that from my life and started to realize that, hey, I'm better than this. I need to start surrounding myself with more positive, non-drama people, positive, like-minded people, because like I say all the time, babe, you are who you associate with, right? And so,
Yes.
if you want to get ahead in life and become successful, you got to hang around with other successful people. You can't hang around with, no disrespect, second-class citizens if you want to be successful. What are your thoughts about, what I just read and what I said?
Well, I don't wanna call them second-class citizens. They're just people that we don't get along with,
They're
that we don't
losers.
see eye to eye with.
Well,
Well,
they're
baby,
pathetic losers, but they can turn that around. We're just being real about it. Go ahead.
sweetheart,
Yeah.
sweetheart.
Yeah, keep it positive,
Um,
baby. I know.
yeah, keep it positive. This is something I I've learned in the last few months. I've had a lot of people in my life that I thought were positive, and I realized they weren't, and I just had to walk away.
Right.
You know, I couldn't listen to the negativity that they were spewing around me. Everything was constantly gossip, and I literally just wanted to shut that off.
Right.
I I would like to go home and just listen to the gossip on TV and watch my shows. I don't wanna listen about my friends and what's going on in their life because that's their life. That's not my business.
Yeah.
At least TV is like scripted. It's scripted. It's not real. And I don't want to know what's going on in these people's life unless it's something that is really bad that we need to help them. Like, they
Yeah.
need to move out of a certain situation or something, but I don't want to hear gossip.
Right, baby. On TV, you have the fake scripted drama, and then you also have the scripted drama, like shows like Law and Order and stuff like that, right? And here on YouTube, you have that, but you have something additional on YouTube. You have the fake instigated drama. And, I never even knew there was such a thing as fake instigated drama until I came out here on YouTube and realized that some people that have absolutely no content are going to intentionally antagonize other YouTubers to get a back and forth going and then make endless amounts of harassing content off of it. And yeah, I get it, baby. I get what you're saying. You just have to walk away from
Well,
people like that, right? I mean,
sweetheart,
you walked away from a
yeah,
bunch of people like
you
that,
were.
didn't you?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and you were talking earlier on your walk about people that are just bored and they have nothing to do,
it's
and
true.
that's what these people are.
Yeah.
These people are just bored and have nothing to do.
So
But
why
you
do you
know
think I
what?
call them? I call
Quite
them second-class
honestly,
citizens and low-life scumbags. That's what they are. They can turn that around and not be second-class or third-class citizens or low-life scumbags, right? Go ahead.
yes. But I was gonna say, quite honestly, at times I'm bored as well. Cause you know me, I'm really quick at doing what I do. So when I get up in the morning and I have to clean up, it's done really quick. And then I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do next? And I don't want to go hang out with these people in this town anymore. I don't want to do anything like that. So I get bored, you know? I honestly get bored, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't get on YouTube and attack anybody, do I?
No,
No.
no.
I sit
But
there with my dogs and I talk to my boyfriend and I talk to other people, my friends that I have, and I just get through life. I don't have to get out there and attack anybody else because I'm bored.
right. When you're bored, you just call me all the time, and I'm just there for you because I love you. That's it.
Well, yeah. All right, let's move on.
You see how quickly. Good job, babe. Babe, you know what? I'm going to give you a big round of applause because you've learned. You've learned how to handle this podcasting shit, baby. I'm just more and more proud of you each and every day. Such a smart woman. All right, all that is good and
I love
beautiful
you.
in the past. I love you too, baby. All that is good and beautiful in the past is safely preserved in that past. On the other hand, so long as life remains, all guilt and all evil are still redeemable. This is not the case of a finished film or an already existent film that is merely being unrolled. Rather, the film of this world is just being shot, which means nothing more or less than that the future, happily, still remains to be shaped. Viktor E. Frankl, Man Searching for Meaning. And that makes a lot of sense there, baby. I mean, here's the thing. What's done, in essence, what it's saying is what's done is done. What's already happened,
Mm-hmm.
you can't take it back, but you can always, strive towards a better future, right? Real quick in a minute or so, what are your thoughts so we
Yeah.
can move forward? Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, literally, there is
Baby, is your door open?
a song that
Is your door open in the bedroom?
no,
Because I can hear.
no.
Oh, okay. Okay, I thought I heard your voice treble. Go ahead. We're good.
I was gonna say there is like a quote from Kenny Chesney that literally says, the past is the past, the future is the future, and the present is today because what is a present? It's a gift. So you got to make the best of today because it's a gift.
Right.
You don't know what's going to happen in the future. You got to leave the past in the past, but today is a gift because you woke up and you have more opportunities every single day
Right.
in the
Right.
present.
Right. Well said, baby.
Love you, Kenny Chesney. Love you, Kenny Chesney.
Yeah. Yeah. Kenny Chesney's great. Great. Back from the 90s. I remember that. All right. There also comes a point in our lives when we have to realize that what happened in the past is over. The only way the past can continue to harm us is if we continue to bring the events of the past into our present day. Ding, 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 ding. We must focus on healing our wounds so that it becomes impossible for anyone to trigger a negative response from us related to our past experiences, or like trauma, which is what I like to call it. It's trauma. We must focus on learning from the past so that we do not repeat the same mistakes or patterns, and so that we grow and develop from what we have learned. And baby, I went through this at a much younger age than you did. I started to really figure this stuff out in my early to mid 30s. And I think because, when I was going through that stuff, you were young and pregnant and you got married and you had kids, and you kind of did it the reverse way of how most people do it. But now you're beginning to really realize that, hey, it's not even worth, even just dealing with you have to deal with the past trauma and overcome it. That's why you're going to the therapist. But it's not worth, trying to get stuff from family that's unresolved. You have to kind of let it go and just move forward, right? I mean, what are your thoughts about what I just read there and said?
Yeah. No, I completely agree with everything you said. I actually don't have anything more to give on that you nailed that, baby.
Yeah, I mean, as I was reading that, I was just thinking about what you've experienced with your mother and your daughter. And to be quite frank, I think you all love each other. I just think that, all three of you have been through a lot, and your mother, you, and your daughter, 3 generations, of women in your family. You're all just still trying to find your way. Even your mother, in her, late 60s, everyone's, every single day is a different day. Even when you get older, no matter how much experience you have, we're always still trying to find our way. The learning process never ends, baby. Even for a coach like me, it never ends. It's never going to end till we're dead, right? What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, thank you so much, Tam.
You stole
That's
it,
so
baby.
sweet.
You stole it from me. Thank you. Yeah, you saw it on the TV. Hey, Tam, thank you so much for the $2 Australian super chat there. Again, thank you. Just showing my support. Hey, Eli and Eli's lady. Hey, Tam, Ms. T, how you doing? Where's your husband tonight? Is he hanging out with you? Yeah, I had some technical difficulties yesterday, but got them resolved, and we're back. But go ahead, babe. What do you want to say?
Yeah, no, I was going to say thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got 17 in the box right now, 5 likes. Please smash the thumbs up if you're here and share this out on your community tabs or anywhere on social media where you feel you have an audience of people that would get value here. But thank you again, Tam, Miss T, and we'll be looking forward to any other messages you put in the chat there. Let's see. Let's continue, baby. Trust others. This is one that I don't have trust issues, but this is one that I'm probably going to disagree with. When we don't trust others, be they people in our personal lives or at work, we are in essence separating ourselves from them. We are living and working from a place of fear, insecurity, and power, not from a place of trust, love, and meaning.
Truth.
Yeah. Let me just read a little more, and then we'll share our own thoughts. Mistrust can begin when we expect others to act in accordance with the way we think they should. Trying to control other people and all circumstances is an illusion. People are who they are, and they have their own motivations. Events happen the way they happen. Wisdom comes when we realize what we can control and what we cannot. By understanding the limits of power, we will find freedom within. Babe, we can only control, ourselves. We can't control other people and how they show up, right? And that's the thing I try to teach people. And that's what helped me to become self-reliant, self-confident, and have self-love. And that's why, when people come at me or talk shit about me online or in the real world, it doesn't bother me, because I was once in their shoes. I was once hating myself as much as they hate themselves. I just learned to love myself, and now I can identify when these people that are acting like I used to act, I can learn to identify it quicker and just ignore it and let it go. And here's
Yeah.
the thing, baby. I always say this, and then I'll turn it over to you. I always say this. Give me a second here. Okay, my camera's still working. I use a high quality Sony camera, and I have this thing called the Cam Link that is a capture card, and it's on the side of my laptop. And sometimes if I bump it, it basically freezes my open broadcast software. But I bumped it, and everything's still good, so we're good. But like I was gonna say, babe, I always say this. It's not that I don't trust other people or want to trust them or have trust issues. I give people the benefit of the doubt, at least initially, until they give me a reason to no longer give them that benefit. Let me repeat that again. I give people the benefit of the doubt until they give me a reason to no longer give them that benefit. Because here's the thing. I used to be so trustworthy in my younger days. I trusted everyone, right? And every time I trusted so freely, I got screwed 9 out of 10 times. Correct me if that hasn't happened to you in the same ways, babe. You tell me.
Oh, baby, I'm a Taurus. I'm a
Oh,
bull.
oh.
So,
What, babe,
you know,
what happens when you what happens when you mess with the bull, baby?
you get the horns.
You get the mofo horns.
I
All right, go
will.
ahead.
So, yeah, no. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. It won't happen because once you fool me, those horns are coming out. As a Taurus, we are very generous, we are very giving, loving people. And when we get betrayed, it is the one thing that shuts us down. It's what turns our eyes red and gets us ready to hit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And it takes a while to forgive. A while. A long time for a Taurus to forgive somebody. So yeah, no, I see that and I say I walk away. I walk away. When you fuck up, I walk away.
Okay. You're done.
For
Are you
the
there?
second, yeah.
For the second.
Yeah,
Oh,
I have a
baby,
lot to
I know. I'm trying to figure out
oof.
when you're done or not because I don't want to interrupt you. I made a promise to you, baby. I'm not going
Oh
to
no,
piss you off. I'm not.
sweetheart,
Go
we've
ahead.
been doing great. I left it at that. Let's
Mm-hmm.
move on.
All right. We cannot choose all the people we interact with, especially if you're working, a job. You're working with other people, whether you like them or not. You got to learn to get along with them, or you're going to get fired. We cannot choose all the circumstances in our life, but we can always choose our attitude and how we respond to them. We have the power to control our own thoughts, fears, and actions. Let me read that one more time, baby, because this is what I've been trying to teach everyone out here. This is what I've learned in life. I've been sharing this with you. Folks, this is the main point here. We cannot choose all the people we interact with. We cannot choose all the circumstances in our life, but we can always choose our attitude and how we respond to them. We have the power to control our own thoughts, fears, and actions. Just like with certain people on YouTube. I block trolls. I block haters. I block people that project their insecurities or are trying to distract us or deter us from the message, right? And I focus on positive people that are open to help, right? I don't
Yes.
argue them anymore like I used to. I just let it go. I don't let it get to me. I don't care what happens. I'm just focused on doing my own thing here with you. And when you're not around, I do my own content. And that's that. What are your thoughts about that, baby? That's pretty
Yes.
cut and dry. It's so cut and dry that it goes over most people's heads. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, no, it's so cut and dry that it is actions cause reactions. So I'm going to make it really clear. Tonight, I went to go get a car wash and I was sitting in line with 3 cars in front of me with a woman that was out there scrubbing cars before they went into the car wash. Not one of those people handed her a tip. And when I got up to the front and I handed her something, she was so thankful and she did so much more for my car than she did for the others. So
Wow.
actions equal reactions. When you're nice to a person, you're going to get it back.
Yep. You only get back what you give. What you put out, you get back.
Exactly.
Pretty cut and dry.
Exactly.
You know what, baby? I wish some people, especially people out here on YouTube, that wonder and complain. Why are people doing this to me? Well, maybe because you're doing it to them. You only get back what you put out. What you put out, you get back.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead, babe.
No, I completely agree. Actions equal reactions.
Amen.
So whatever you put out, you're going to get a reaction from.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so sorry if this education is a little too much for y'all. But yeah, this is what it is.
Yeah, we're back to 17 in the box. That's awesome. Not bad for 1:09 a.m. Eastern, 10:09 p.m. Pacific. All right, let's continue. We're almost done. This is the last part here. Then we're going to take a break, baby. We are at 36 minutes. See, we're right on track, babe. It's not going to be too long. We're going to have time for an Epsom salt bath, baby. I look forward to that.
Let's go.
Oh, you will hate cheese. Okay. Trust the world. Trust that the world is actually in harmony, and therefore the best way to live is to harmonize yourself with the way the world is actually flowing. Yeah, just go with the flow, right? Trust that connections.
Yeah.
Right. Trust that connections will happen naturally without forcing or manipulating them. Trust that everything happens for a reason, and that if you look for the deeper meaning in an event, you will find the lesson you are meant to learn. If you don't trust, if you don't look for the deeper meaning, you may miss important connections. It is best to focus not on closing doors through fear, but on opening doors through trust to receive the many possibilities that life has to offer. Inner serenity and personal fulfillment are natural consequences of trusting yourself and others. Focus on what is essential for you to live a meaningful life. Learn from your suffering, but don't dwell on it. Find the lesson and move on. Ultimately, what matters most is the kind of person you are becoming and whether you feel you are living a meaningful life. Well, the blog author, Babe, here says, trust the world. And I'm not gonna come out and say I trust the world, especially after what's been happening lately and what's happened in the past and what can happen in the future. But I will say I have faith in the world. I think there's a difference between trust and faith. And so I get what they're saying here. What they're saying is to not be closed off, be open to, connecting with people and, connecting and working with them or bonding with them in any way that it's meant to be. And have faith in people, but still you gotta, be a little bit cautious. I feel that you have to have a little bit of caution in the wind, right, baby? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, this world, it's a dangerous world. But I get what the author is saying. To just have harmony, basically the author is saying what Rodney King did is why can't we all get along? You know? Um, it comes down to that. And, um, trusting is a hard thing in this world today with what's going on.
Right.
So I'm not quite sure how I feel about that last paragraph. I'm kind of on the fence with it. Um, I don't know.
Well, babe, let me ask you this. Do you feel there's a difference between trust and faith? And if so, what do you feel is the difference?
Wow, that is a super deep question.
That's why I asked it. I asked the super deep and tough questions, baby, because that's what people want to know, right?
Um, I have faith and I have trust, but I question both.
You know why? Because you question
Mm.
yourself.
Ooh,
And let me tell you. Let me tell you
wow.
something. Let me tell you something. No disrespect. I've been through this, and so have many others. The moment that you have faith in yourself, baby, is the moment you're going to have faith in others. Now, you know, and the moment that you trust yourself is the moment that you're at least going to be able to give people the benefit of the doubt, right? I'm not saying you should trust people right off the bat, because people play games, right? You got to be a little cautious, but you got to be open to, connecting with people and giving them a chance. But, give them the benefit
My
of the doubt.
problem is I trust. I trust people too quick.
Okay. Well, how about instead of trusting people too quickly, give them the benefit of the doubt until they give you a reason to no longer give them that benefit? Does that make sense? I've been saying that for so
Yes.
long, and a lot of people just don't understand that. That's allowing yourself to be open and vulnerable, but at the same time, realizing that people play games. And just because people play games doesn't mean that this person I'm associating with or dating is playing games. But, I'm not going to be surprised if they end up being a game player. But so far, so good. So I'm going to keep on giving them that benefit until they give me a reason to no longer give them that benefit, right? And if they never give me that reason, they
Yes.
will be happy forever, right? Like, isn't that a good way to look at it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So here's the thing, baby. It is impossible to have faith in others when you have no faith in yourself or when you question your own faith. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be rude. It's just the truth.
Okay.
Well, you,
Can I give a shout out to Rosie?
I was just going to, but go ahead, baby. It's all you.
Yeah, thanks for being here, Rosie. That's incredible that your grandmother was your inspiration for your YouTube channel. That's really super sweet.
Rosie's grandmother passed away earlier this year. Baby Rosie ran the queen of YouTube now and forever, and she's been through a lot, but she's taking a licking and keeping on ticking. We've all been through things, baby.
I
It's not
love
just
it.
you.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for being here, Rosie.
Love
Much
her.
appreciated. Yeah. 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 So that's that, baby. Anything else, or should we head out to our break? Because we are at 43
Let's
minutes.
go to our break.
We're right on track. All right, baby. I'm gonna go back to full screen, and I'm gonna put you backstage, and I'll come get you in just a minute or less. All right, baby?
Baby.
All right. Backstage you go. All right. All right. My lady and I are going to step away for a quick 8 or 9 minute break. We're actually in the same place, so we're just going to have a little chat and refill the coffee and use the restroom. And when we return, we're going to get to the second block and we're going to discuss the science of happiness. Ooh, the science of happiness. So, stick around for that. Don't miss it. So, stick around. Wait a minute. I'm looking at my YouTube app, and where's my show? Where's my show? Give me a second here, folks. There it is. Stick around, stick around, stick around, round. We'll be right back. do a little maintenance in a second and make sure you can come back. I thought I had unblocked you, but I don't know. We're gonna look real quick right after the intro here. So stick around for that, buddy. All right. All right. Little Ethan Mixel in the shadows from the YouTube audio library. I love Ethan Mixel. Yeah, baby. Get fired up. Get fired up. Get really fired up, everybody. Feel it. Yeah. Actually, that's not in the shadows. That's March On. I screwed up. That's Ethan Mixel and March On. Yeah. All right. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. All right, folks. All right. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, live here on YouTube, live on Coach Eli 2 Authentic Live Streams, the home of most of my live streams. Some will still be on my main channel, but most of them are going to be here. And my Walking with Purpose live streams have moved over to this channel as of this past Monday when this channel got monetized. We're fully monetized now. We've got channel memberships. We've got the shopping tab, which I'll share more about that in a little bit. We've also obviously got advertisement, and we've even got the super chat, super sticker, and super thanks for the, live stream replays and pre-recorded videos. So if you would like to make a donation to support the channel, you can do so in one of many ways. You can go to the bottom of the chat and click on the $ for the super chat and super sticker. You can also make a donation via PayPal and Cash App, PayPal or Cash App. Nightbot sharing my PayPal and Cash App links every 7 minutes in the chat, or just go to paypal.me/Coach Eli on PayPal, and on Cash App you can go to $The Real Coach Eli. And as always, donations are greatly appreciated, but they are not required. Speaking of channel memberships, I'm not going to say all, but most of my Walking with Purpose streams are going to be members-only chats. They will be publicly available, but the chats will be members only, like the Walking with Purpose stream was earlier today on this channel. So if you'd like to participate in those chats, you will need to purchase at least an entry-level $2.99 per month channel membership. It's available here on this channel. Now, we will also be doing some pre-recorded members-only content here occasionally, and some members-only live streams. If you want to access that, you will need to get at least the $4.99 package, which will give you everything. So my suggestion is go with the $4.99 package, but if you're on a tight budget and you just want to be able to chat in my members-only chats, the $2.99 one will suffice. And then the rest of the packages, on top of or beyond the $4.99 level, you get the same thing as the $4.99 level. It's just up to you how much you want to donate each month to sponsor the channel. I can't even talk. I'm too excited here. I'm way too excited. Yeah, really fired up. And my lady and I are going to be working on some merch over this coming week. And we're going to release that merch through Spring or teespring.com. And you'll be able to see that merch at the bottom of my live streams and live stream replays and pre-recorded videos. The what do you call it? The merch shelf will show up soon. I'm probably going to have that activated on both channels starting at some point next week. All right, so I'm going to bring my lady back on here, and then I'm going to do a little maintenance while she chit-chats it up a little bit. Babe, welcome back to the show. You having a good time so far tonight, baby?
Hello.
Hello,
yeah,
baby.
I'm having a great time.
Baby, I'm going to give you the floor for a couple of minutes while I figure out what's going on with Sifu Smo's channel, Dion's channel. And I thought I had unblocked him, but I'm going to go ahead and log into Nightbot real quick and see what is going on. But yeah, any other news you want to share? In the meantime, anything else you want to bring up? What's been on your mind lately? What's at the top of your mind, baby?
Well, I've had a lot on my mind. I've I've had a lot of self growth over the last few months,
Baby,
and
let me ask you a question. Do you have Harlem on your mind? Because I know you're originally from um, New York. Isn't Harlem in New
Staten
York, the state of
Island.
New York? Yeah, Harlem is in New York, isn't it? If I remember correctly.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, yeah, but I'm from Staten Island.
go ahead.
That's where I was born. No, I've just been reflecting on a lot of my life the last couple of weeks. Starting therapy has been a very it's been really positive for me. I never
Okay.
realized how much I needed that. Um and I feel really good about myself right now. I just feel really positive about where I'm going with my future.
Hmm. Okay.
I've had some great meetings with my friends. Like on Tuesday, I went and saw a friend that I hadn't seen in a while because he had moved. And so we had a nice little lunch there, and that was nice. And then on Wednesday, I had lunch with my other friend who's been kind of my ride or die friend in the town I live in. Him and his wife have been my best friends there. And so, yeah, I've just had some really good meetings with my friends and talks. So, yeah, it's been a good week.
Yeah. Hang on a second. I put Dion, you should be on block now in the chat. So Sifu Smo, you should be on block. I had you on block, but for some reason, your channel name was blocked in Nightbot. I thought I had removed it. And whenever I put a channel name in Nightbot, I have extra protection where it checks against the username. So some people try to create fancy usernames with blocked words. Nightbot will automatically block
Fancy
those.
like
Applebee's on a date night
on a date night.
with the Bourbon Street
Sorry.
steak and the Oreo shake
And an
and the
Oreo shit
shake and the whipped cream on the top
on the
two.
top two.
Two straws,
Two
one check.
straws, one check. Girl, I got
Girl, I
you.
got you. Oh, baby, that song is ridiculously catchy. Anyway, yeah, Sifu Smo, you're on block now, so we would love your participation in the chat. Hopefully, all's going well for you, bro. And I'm really proud of you. I'll speak for myself because I know my lady's been, keeping touch with you and your lady behind the scenes. Really proud of how well you've done to stay out of the drama, and probably has a lot to do with your lady, bro. Let me tell you something. Women are good for us, bro, because us men have that rough masculinity. Even us good guys like you and I, we have our rough around the edges type of moments, right, baby? And that's when our women come in and they really help bring out the best in us. And I'm not ashamed to say that. I mean, a real man is going to have a real woman stand by him and offset, the rougher side. And for us on the flip side, we help uplift our women to feel more positive and confident within themselves, with our emotional strength, right? Or supposed emotional strength, because
Yeah.
nowadays we've got these beta male female dogs, baby, to put it politely. And we can help them
I was gonna
turn their
say
lives
don't
around.
I was I was gonna say don't make me karaoke Loretta Lynn and Stand by Your Man.
Ooh, yeah.
Right?
Right,
To
baby, right.
show the world you love him.
Mm-hmm. Baby, you ready to get back to it here?
Let's go.
All right, folks. Tonight we've been discussing trust equals a more meaningful life. We discussed that during the first half of the show. Go back and check out the replay if you missed it. And during the second half, we're going to be talking about the science of happiness. Yeah, that's right. The science of happiness. I guess there's a science to it. And we're going to find out more. So let me go ahead and switch on back over to the browser screen and get to it here. This is from Psychology Today. Once again, another great request or suggestion by my lady. Great job, babe. You've been doing a wonderful job finding, great topics to discuss. Very proud of you. This is titled The Science of, you're welcome. This is titled The Science of Happiness, an evolutionary account of finding meaning. Ooh, that's deep, baby. An evolutionary account of finding meaning. This was written by Adam Omari, and his business is called Natured Nurture. Wow. Natured Nurture.
Wow.
That's fantastic, huh,
That's
baby?
nature versus nurture.
Yeah, we're going to give a big round of
versus nurture.
Yeah, we're going to give a big round of applause for that. Yeah. That's a great name, Adam. and
that's a really big thing for me.
Absolutely. This was posted August 2nd, 2022. So just a few days ago, brand new. The key points here. It looks like Psychology Today is doing key points now. Wow, interesting, because they highlight the key points to keep people, reading. Good job. Happiness is best understood through an interdisciplinary perspective. Let me try that again. Happiness is best understood through an interdisciplinary perspective, combining psychology, neuroscience, evolutionary biology, and the arts. These words are a little too fancy for me already, but I get what they mean. A mismatch between our modern and ancestral environments contributes to the epidemic of unhappiness. This guy's a nerd, baby, but that's okay. Nerds are cool too. They're all good. Anti-fragility.
I don't even know that. I don't even know that word.
And delayed gratification. Well, if you're a man and you can delay your gratification, you're going to make your woman a lot happier. That's what I think about when I hear about delayed gratification. But let's continue. Anti-fragility and delayed gratification are essential for finding happiness and meaning. I don't know what more to add to that, baby. I was just trying to make it through those big words. I was just trying to make it through those big words, babe.
I mean, I could explain the words, but I have no words for that shit.
Well, okay. I mean, your foul language says it all, but let's continue here. I recently had the meaningful experience of speaking with Dr. Tal Ben-Shahar on the Nature and Nurture podcast. Oh, that's probably his podcast. Okay. Tal is a psychologist, co-founder of the Happiness Studies Academy, and author of numerous books on happiness, including Happier and Being Happy. Okay, so far there's nothing to add to it. Tal has helped redefine the study of happiness, not just as an area of research within psychology, but also as a new interdisciplinary science incorporating neuroscience, evolutionary biology, and the humanities. Anything you want to add to that, baby? Because I have nothing to add to it. It just speaks for itself. Big words.
Yeah. Now let's go on.
Hold on a second here. All right. Yeah, let's continue here. Happiness versus anti-fragility. Anti-fragile? What do we mean by happiness? In our podcast, Hal and I discuss how happiness is more than mere pleasure, as the term is commonly used. Happiness, in Tal's eyes, is something more akin to meaning. Okay, so far, I don't mean to be rude, but I haven't really heard anything I don't know. But let's continue here. I guess he's recapping his podcast. To live a good life is not to feel good all of the time. misfortunes and tragedies befall us, and to remain happy in the pleasure sense during these times would literally be mania. Well, I mean, when you go through tragic or traumatic situations, no one's going to feel good, but you can handle it as best as possible. What are your thoughts about that, baby?
Well, and I think going through those kind of tragedies, misfortunes, or traumatic events is also a teaching lesson in life for the future, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Um, it helps you get through other tragedies later on in life.
Oh, yeah. Lewis Fuller's in the house. Hey, Lewis, how you doing, man?
What up, Lewis?
What up, Lewis? What up? My
What
woman's
up?
a pretend ghetto chick. She's she's not really
I'm
ghetto, but
pretend.
she's a fake ghetto chick. She's a very classy woman
I'm
realistically is what I'm
I'm
trying to
like
say.
white girl ghetto. White girl ghetto. That's yeah, so it's
Well,
not really ghetto.
you know what we call that, but I'm not going to call you that because you're not that, baby. Anyway,
Oh, I'm
let's leave
not
that.
trash.
I
I'm
never
not
said you were.
trash.
I never said you were. I was just going to go there.
I'm just white girl wasted.
White girl wasted. Somebody's going to cut that, but that's okay. They can help promote us. It's all good. All right, let's.
You know what? That's going to be part of our merch.
You know what? We give people a lot of content, baby. That's all good. When people want to talk about
we do.
when people want to talk about us all the damn time, that's not a bad thing necessarily. Okay.
Nah.
All right. A better solution is to become anti-fragile. Okay, that's true. That's true. To become anti-fragile is to become resilient to life's hardships. That means you know how to handle it. Doesn't mean you're not going to have a moment or cry or anything like that, but you become stronger and you learn to understand that shit happens, right? Yet becoming anti-fragile, right? Thick skin, exactly. You have to have that on YouTube, right, baby?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yet becoming anti-fragile is not the key to happiness either. Happiness is not equivalent to not being unhappy. If you are not unhappy, you are just fine. Okay. Okay. If you are not unhappy, okay, that's true. So basically, it's saying if you're happy, you're just fine. You know, if you are not unhappy, it means you're happy. Yeah. I mean, okay, that was kind of a very strange way to write it. Like, I don't know, baby. Go ahead. What are your thoughts?
Well, it's ambivalent. Like what they're saying is like happiness. You know, if you're not feeling unhappy, then there is happiness in your life.
Right.
So you're fine.
Yeah.
Hello, Lewis.
He called you MRP. Mm-hmm. Maturely, respectfully, professionally. That's okay.
Because I am more mature than these people.
Oh,
I am more mature than these people, and he knows it.
That's for damn sure. That's for damn sure. Let's leave that one alone there. True anti-fragility, true happiness comes from those who become anti-fragile, not despite tragedy, but in spite of it. Okay, I understand what that means. What he's saying is that, you know, when you go through traumatic experiences or unexpected experiences or hardships, you learn from them and it makes you stronger. Like you said, baby, it gives you more thick skin, right? And so in the future,
yes,
when you deal with these situations, it's still going to hurt you, but it's not going to hurt you as much. You'll be able to work through it much quicker and easier. What are your thoughts before we move on?
Oh, yeah, no, I completely agree with you. You nailed it, babe. Let's go on.
All right. There we go. The people most satisfied with their lives. Let's try that again. The people most satisfied with their lives, a better measure of happiness, in my view, are not those who escape hardship. Rather, it is those who are capable of overcoming hardship to pursue something meaningful. I'm going to give you a big round of applause for that. Wow.
Wow.
That I've been trying to preach that for years.
That, woof. That just made me take a deep breath and look down at the ground and say,
That wasn't amen. That wasn't a home run, baby. That was a grand slam right there, baby. That was a grand slam.
That was a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth.
By Barry Bonds, baby. Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds or Will Clark. Yeah, Will Clark.
Or Buster Posey.
Will Clark had his number retired last week, and you and I were watching the
22.
ceremony. Yeah, on NBC Sports Bay Area, and it was an hour ceremony, and Will Clark gave the absolute best speech I've ever heard in my freaking life on the fly. He's a phenomenal public speaker. He's always had character and personality, and man, I mean, besides the maybe 50 or 60 pounds he's gained since those days, he looks good, and he's still the same dude. He's got a great wife and a couple kids. I mean, what a hell of a story, baby. What a hell of a story, huh?
I love him. We
William
actually
Nushler
named
Clark.
we named our porcelain, what is that? A cheetah? What is that?
Baby,
out there?
I bought that. I used to work for what was it? Ross Dress for Less. As an assistant manager, this was like over 50. This was like 20 years ago. And I got that porcelain cheetah. It was regularly priced. I think it was like $200 and something, but I got it for like $70. It was a really, really good deal.
Yeah.
And porcelain is extremely expensive, and it's very realistic. And so, that cheetah's been sitting on a side piece of furniture between my small couch and my big couch, and my lady named it Will, after Will Clark. And baby, you talk to the porcelain cheetah.
I do. I'm a weird person.
It's all right.
I'm a weird person. Right. I do. I go out there and I pet him and I tell him thank you for watching out for us.
Yeah.
I'm just a weird person like that.
It's all good. Yeah, no, baby, I think it's cute. I mean, I don't think you're weird. I think you have emotion, and you love everyone and everything. Like, I wish more people were
emotion,
like you.
Yeah. See, the thing is my compassion and emotion is towards animals, more towards humans. So I connect more with them. It's just, that's how it's been even as a child.
Yeah.
I grew up with my parents raising dogs and stuff like that. So I've always had a connection.
Amen. All right, let's continue, baby. Finding meaning, having a meaningful goal, something to make your life worth living is the most important aspect of living a good life. Without this, even if you become anti-fragile, you are not happy, you are just fine. Well, some people will say, you're content, and there's nothing wrong with being content, but you can always do better than being content, which is what this is saying. Anything you want to add to that, baby, or does that say it all?
Yeah, no, I disagree with you a little bit, because this is something this is something I'm going through right now, because I don't have a job and I feel like I don't have a meaningful goal. So, it's like I get through life and I'm happy and I say I'm fine. But I'm really not, because I don't have that aspect in my life that fulfills me.
You're a hell of a podcaster, baby, and a lot of people are beginning to see that. I mean, you have talent, baby. And I think when the business grows, the channel grows, and some more money starts coming in, I think you're going to start to feel different about that. But yeah, I mean, I get where you're coming from, but I think what you and I are doing now and what you're helping me do here, I think you and I were both made for this. We were made for this.
Yes.
And that's how I feel. So, I get it. But anyway, let's continue here because we got to wrap this up soon. Strangely, though, we get to choose to pursue what feels the most meaningful. What causes that feeling is often beyond our control. How personality shapes our interests is the subject of another article or textbook, but everyone has their own unique calling. This isn't naive optimism. The reason we have evolved variable personalities is because there are countless ecological niches, big words, man, for which unique combinations of traits are most optimally suited. Dude, are you trying to prove to us like you're the smartest dude on the planet? Like,
dude, just go on.
Even depressive temperaments have been hypothesized to be an adaptive evolutionary strategy for avoiding disease despite their clear handicap. What are your thoughts about that, baby? Because, wow, a lot of big words there again in that last paragraph.
A lot of big words. A lot of big words.
Huge words. Yeah.
And it's way over my head right now.
I agree.
Like, yeah, it's just, wait, let me see what this says. How personality shapes our interest in the subjects of another article. No, that's not interesting. Yeah, no, I really have nothing to say there. It's really too much big words and
yeah. Let's continue. An evolutionary mismatch. Just as evolution has granted us.
Sorry.
Okay. Just as evolution has.
Sorry, Can I interrupt?
Yeah.
Yes, Lewis. Thank you for that. I am very passionate about my animals. I have 2 dogs. They are my life. They are the reason I breathe every day. I wish I could have them here with me, but I can't right now. So I appreciate you saying that, Lewis.
Amen. All right. Shall we try that again, baby?
Yes.
An evolutionary mismatch. Just as evolution has granted us a variety of strategies for pursuing something meaningful, it has given us a standard checklist for happiness. This is both a blessing and a curse. For most of human history, we were hunter-gatherers. We lived in a close-knit familial tribes. Amen. Truth bomb, baby?
Yeah, truth.
Truth bomb! All right. Let me see here. We spent all of our time outdoors. We exercised daily, not for fun or to stay fit, but out of necessity. Our diets, when there was enough food, which was by no means a guarantee, would put modern, natural paleo diets to shame. Tal and I discuss how most of this is no longer true and how it is contributing to our epidemic of unhappiness. We spend most of our time indoors. Our social communication is often lacking face-to-face connection. Finding time to exercise and eat healthily is seen as a luxury or a difficult chore. All of this was true even before the pandemic, which only further exacerbated those problems, or these problems. The solutions to our global mental health problem are so obvious that they almost seem like cliches. exercise more, eat healthy foods, spend more time with friends and family, spend time in nature, pursue a meaningful career. We know all of this already. Why is this so difficult to implement? This dude was talking about the days of traditionalism, and even well before that, because even in the 50s, technology with TVs and, radio was already there. It wasn't where it's at today. The internet wasn't here. But yeah, he's talking way back in the days, like the cavemen. Well, not even the cavemen days, but before. We were hunters and gatherers, the men, right? And then the ladies were taking care of the home, and you had to do certain things, right? And there were far less distractions. I think what's happening nowadays is we have so many distractions because of the internet, and there's more TV and media now, especially because of the internet and streaming services where you can get things on demand 24/7. It's just made it more difficult, and so it's hard to focus on the things that we truly need when we're surrounded with so many options, baby. That's my thought about it. What are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, babe, like, think about it. You can order food through DoorDash. You can order your groceries. You can order alcohol. You can order whatever. We Amazon everything we need. On the other flip side, like, you can just order whatever else you want on the internet.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
that's what's become the problem in this world.
Yeah, baby. If it was like the 1900s or 1890s or 1880s, I'd be out hunting in the woods and you'd be at home with our babies, and I would bring home, I don't know, whatever I would,
a deer or whatever. Yeah.
Right. And then you would help me, clean it up, and then you would cook it, and maybe I'd help you. I mean, at least I would help you. I would have always been a good guy in any era, but yeah, that's how it was back then.
Most men did the whole, like, bringing it home, draining of the blood and getting it ready to cook, and then giving it over to the woman.
Right. And then she would cook it, right? And serve it and do all that, right? And that's how it was. That was called traditionalism. It was a much simpler time. And even though women didn't have equal rights and they weren't liberated like they are today, I honestly think women were much happier back then. I think even though women appreciate having equal rights and equal opportunities, I think that it's really stressing them the hell out a lot more than they've ever been. Is that a fair statement, baby? I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just stating the facts.
Well, I can only speak for myself.
Okay, you're a woman.
And I can
last
yes.
time I checked, but go ahead. Yeah.
Yes, I can speak for myself. Yes. I would much rather be home cooking dinner and cleaning the house and making sure everything was good here while you worked. That's just what I feel my job is. And I don't know if that makes me sound stupid or less of a woman, but honestly, like, I don't mind getting a part-time job and contributing, but no, I just feel like my job in this relationship is to be here and provide for you with meals, clean house, all of that.
Yeah, you see, that's why I'm with you, babe, because of your head and your heart. Your heart and your soul, your head, your heart and soul. Like, I know that your intentions are so pure. And that's why, regardless of, all the moments you have and things that, drive any man crazy, I mean, every woman's going to be like that and every man's going to have his moments. But I put up with it, baby, because I know the type of person you are. And it's not easy to find that. and I'm very grateful and thankful. Um,
All right,
anyway,
let's go on.
let's continue here. Okay, delayed gratification. Yeah. Delayed gratification. Sometimes it's not a good thing, especially if you've been going for an hour and your woman's like, "Baby, you got it." Anyway, let's leave that one alone. Evolution did not.
Yeah.
Yeah, evolution did not grant us these optimal solutions as our only motivations. We have a constant internal battle between approach and avoidance motivations between immediate and delayed gratification. Well, if you have immediate gratification, then your lady won't be pleased. But I'm kidding. This is a different meaning. But I got to make fun of this because these words are killing me again, baby. We have a constant internal battle between approach and avoidance motivations between immediate and delayed gratification. Moreover, our faculties for reason and delayed gratification evolved only much more recently compared to our ancient limbic system, which governs ancient motivational processes such as hunger. Our neocortex is weak. What the hell is neocortex? Do you know what that is, baby?
Maybe I'm not getting into it. Yes, I do, but I'm not getting into it. It's too complex for this hour.
Well, neocortex is a six-layered cortex, a set of layers of the mammalian. It's part of the brain. Yeah, we'll get into that another
Yes,
time.
it's part of your brain.
Yeah.
It's very complex.
Yeah. Too complex to talk about right now. We got to wrap this up soon. Imagine
Exactly. That's why I didn't want to. I didn't want to like explain it.
All right. Imagine you are at a party and there's a slice of cake calling out to you. You have healthier food waiting at home, but you are hungry now. And this high sugar, high fat food is exactly what our taste buds evolved to love most. High energy content. If you eat the cake, is that a success or failure of evolution? Objectively, in this context, you've decreased your fitness. Yet, for more than 99% of human history, going after the calorically dense immediate food choice would have been the most optimal strategy. I'll say it real quick, baby, and then get your thoughts before we continue. In moderation, you can eat anything. You can have any type of food, even a slice of cake. You split it in half with your partner. I don't have dessert every day. I have dessert once or twice a week, and I have maybe one slice of a cake or a cheesecake or an ice cream bar or something. But I work. But hold on. But I also work out, and we also burn it off. Go ahead, baby.
Well, I was gonna say when we do have our dessert, we share it. You're not eating one whole dessert on your own. We share.
Right. Absolutely. But a lot of times, baby, you're like, I only want a bite or two. I'm not feeling it, right? So then I end up eating like 90%, 80% of it. But here's the thing. I don't do it all the time, and I walk.
Sorry, I'm tiny.
No. I'm just saying it's not a big deal. I'm saying even then, if you have it occasionally, once, maybe twice a week, right? And you also work out and you walk 3 to 4 miles a day like I do, okay, and you stay active, it's not going to affect you, you know? So anyway, let's continue. Delayed gratification can only be practiced in the most stable of environments. Well, yeah, you got to have great DC. I'm kidding, but not. Anyway, it doesn't mean that, but you know what I'm saying. If you don't know what DC is, then don't worry about it. And even then, it is exceedingly and even then, it is exceedingly difficult to fight against our more primal drives for immediacy. The same conflict governs all of our decision making, including the highest level of pursuing meaning. No matter the meaningful goal identified, there is a necessary component of delayed gratification. Have you ever accomplished something that was both meaningful and expedient? Often, the loftier the goal, the greater experience of meaning derived. Most people pursue an education, for example, not because it is fun, but because of the prospect of future security. Most people study not because it is the most fun thing to do, but because it is the most meaningful thing to do. So delayed gratification, I've been making fun of it. I've been comparing it to delayed ejaculation. Okay. And that's an okay word to use out here because there's nothing wrong with that. Right. And I follow this actual, female doctor out here that, talks about, men's and women's sexual health. But I think delayed gratification is something that takes time and work. Some things are not going to be instant. You can't accomplish everything instantly. And if you have instant success at something, it's probably something that's not meaningful and everlasting and sustainable long term, right? I think the longer it takes to reach gratification regarding something, baby, okay, the more meaningful it's going to be once you get there. What are your thoughts about this paragraph here? Does that make sense, or what do you think?
No, it makes complete sense. It makes total sense. I'm in
Okay.
complete agreement.
Okay. We are at the last section here. Folks, get your questions, comments, and concerns in the chat. We'll be going off the air in 10 minutes or less. We are at 1 hour and 35 minutes. Not bad. See, baby, we're sticking to it. Very good. The science of happiness. Treating happiness as an interdisciplinary science does not only offer the benefits of understanding happiness through the lens of neuropsychology and evolutionary biology. It is a cross-cultural historical science that can learn from what the humanities have to offer as well. Dude, you win the prize for using the biggest words in any
Dude,
article
yes.
I've read over the last 10 years or 20 years. Big words. God. Philosophers and poets have been attempting to articulate what it means to live a good life long before there were psychologists. Anthropologists have documented cross-cultural norms and differences for expressing emotions and socially bonding. Artists and musicians of every generation look for new ways to inspire people, and scientists and engineers constantly seek to find new discoveries or inventions that will make our lives better. We need all of these perspectives to have a true science of happiness, and we need to become masters of anti-fragility, delayed gratification, and the changes posed by our modern environment to master happiness ourselves. I actually really love what this guy wrote. Yes, he used some of the biggest words I've ever seen in any one article, right? But the ending there says it all. I'm going to read it one more time, babe, and I want to get your thoughts, and we're going to wrap this up. So please, folks, again, get your questions, comments, and concerns in the chat. We're going off the air in a few minutes. We need all of these perspectives to have a true science of happiness. And we need to become masters of anti-fragility. So be anti-fragile. Don't be as fragile. Learn to deal with things and handle them better the next time they happen, learning from your past. Delayed gratification. I'm not just talking about ejaculation. I'm talking about accomplishing things. The best things to accomplish take time, but they're worth it. We live in an instant gratification world, and people, if they don't get it instant, they're gone. But that's not the right way to look at it. And the changes posed by our modern environment to master happiness ourselves. Well, we're in a very progressive world, and I actually like a lot of the way things are progressing, but there are some things I'm not really too fond of. But for the most part, I think we're heading in the right direction, and it's a new generation. This is the technology era. I mean, the internet has changed everything. Like, everything has become instant. What are your thoughts about this last paragraph here and overall, babe, before we wrap this up? I've said my final say. Let's hear what you have to say.
Actually, I really don't have much to say about this. It's very, very profound. Um, and I think it nails it right there. I really don't have much to add to it. Yeah, there's a lot of big words. I
Big words,
could
baby. Big words.
break them. I could break them down for you if I had to, but no, I agree at the end of this. Yeah.
Baby, could you imagine a guy with this vocabulary trying to seduce you? You are glamorous and exasperating, and you're exhilarating. And I mean, can you imagine this dude trying to seduce a woman
Do
with
you
those
know
big
my
words?
favorite word? My favorite word is like um exasperating
Oh,
the
wow.
truth. Yeah. Like that's one of my favorite big words to like throw out there. So no, I get it. And I could like break down all these big words for you if I had the time or the energy, but I'd
Yeah,
rather
exasperated,
get
baby,
into a bath with you.
that it's your favorite word because you have many moments like that when, based on your trauma you've experienced. It means intensely irritated and frustrated. Oh boy, you've been there a few times, baby. And I've sat there and I'm like, come on, baby, just give me a hug.
Come
It's
on,
okay,
baby.
right? Right? Baby, I don't get fazed by you being exasperated. But anyway, uh, anything else, baby, or should we wrap this baby up?
No, let's close it down and get in that bath.
Sounds good. All right. We are at 1 hour and 40 minutes. Baby, thank you so much for being here. My lady and I, we were going to probably go out of town this weekend for a night, but we're just going to probably go out for the day. So we may be back even tomorrow night for another show if we feel up to it. I mean, if we have the time. I mean, I really enjoy doing these shows with you, baby, and we can, we'll get them done earlier in the future now that, my laptop is back to normal. But yeah, thank you for being here. Another great show, and look forward to the next one.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. I
Uh,
thank you for having me.
oh, anytime, babe. All right, I'll come get you in a few. I need about a minute to wrap this up. All right, you're going backstage, baby. Bye, babe.
Bye.
All right, that was my lady. We're going to go back to full screen and wrap this baby up. We got nothing left to say. 2 great shows today. If you missed my Walking with Purpose stream earlier, check it out. If you're watching this on the replay, it's not going to make sense to you depending on when you watch it. But yeah, go back and check out the content on this channel over the past almost 3 months when my lady and I started taking it to the next level. You will learn a lot. It will help you out. It will turn your life around. It'll change your attitude, and you'll start to accomplish, more and more of what your heart truly desires. With that being said, have yourselves a great night. Take care. See you next time. And as always, be good to each other. Wait a minute. These trolls, they try to come in here at the last minute and think they're going to derail the show. Oh, man. I'll read that before we go off the air. Is it just me, or has baby's patience begun to wear thin with the coach? Honeymoon period is over? Honeymoon period's over. We've been together like almost 11 months, almost a year. The honeymoon period ended a long time ago. Information Man Show, welcome to the show, bro, but we're about to go off the air. So again, be good to each other!